What's going on, everybody? My name is Baloo and welcome to the jungle. This is the channel where we take a very simple approach to technical analysis. We look at the price in the context of volume using the Wyckoff method. If that is something that interests you, then why don't you hit the subscribe button? I do this every single day, except for the days that I don't. So in today's video, I'm going to take a look at Digibyte. Digibyte is another one that is come from the community. They have requested that I take a look at Digibyte. So I'm going to do just that. I don't know too much about the fundamentals, as per usual, on Digibyte, but I did get one YouTube comment and asking if Digibyte is going to replace Bitcoin. For any cryptocurrency to replace Bitcoin, first of all, that is not, in my opinion, happening anytime soon. For anything like that to happen, we're talking at least 10 years before any cryptocurrency can even, make the use case, make the proof that, it could be a possible replacement for that protocol. Bitcoin is well established. It's been around for 11 years. It's probably going to be around for another 11 years in the top, in my opinion. So will it replace Bitcoin? Nobody knows for certain, but if you're talking in the next, if you're talking this bull run, no. I can pretty much guarantee, or I can pretty much speak to the level of a lot of certainty that it will not happen this bull cycle. But that does not mean that you cannot make money on it. So let's go ahead and take a look at Digibyte. So here we got the Bitfinex chart. This is the one-day chart, kind of an illiquid asset. You know, we see a lot of wicks. Let's throw the weekly on this. Maybe just Bitfinex doesn't have the liquidity it needs, but yeah, it's very wicky. You know, there's just a lot of selling pressure coming in on a lot of this stuff. Kind of not great price structure. I do want to see a break above here. A lot of supply coming in. The supply is diminishing, and we do have a little bit of a demand signature coming in. So I think what's throwing me off most about this chart is just how volatile it is and how illiquid it is. It really jumps all over the place. I don't typically like to buy stuff that's gappy. Like, look at these gaps, all these gaps, and this is a 24-hour chart. If you have gaps on a 24-hour asset, there is some serious liquidity issues happening. So at least I won't be buying it on Bitfinex. I think, you know what, let's give it the benefit of the doubt. Let's take a look at another chart, see if it's any better. Let's go ahead. DGB, what would be a good chart? Bittrex is not super liquid. Hit BTC, OKX. I think Bitfinex is the one. Tether, Binance hasn't really had it that long. Maybe they do on the dollar pair. Yeah, they haven't had it as long. Let's go back to the Bitfinex chart. Yeah, it's got liquidity issues, at least on Bitfinex. So for that reason, you want to be a little careful. Where's that chart? Go back. Digibyte, DGB, Bitfinex. Okay, so Bitfinex has the most history on it. So basically, we had this move up here. You can see we were in a very, we had a big sell-off, then kind of a sideways consolidation, then a move up. So this was a change of character, and this is a change of character. We went from going sideways to up, and now we're sideways again. So change of character is where you want to begin the new trading range. This is the new cause that is being built. I'm also going to touch on PNF price projections. So I'll teach, those who are in the VIP group have been dabbling with PNF charts, myself included. So we'll do a couple PNF point and figure price projections on Digibyte here. But basically, what we're looking at here is this accumulation, potential accumulation. It doesn't have great structure, but because it's coming from an uptrend, we're going to assume that this is a reaccumulation. The trend is up on the macro, so we're going to continue to assume that it will continue to go up. So I'm just going to drop a couple horizontal rays here. Let me throw on my magnet. I like to use the magnet here for dropping rays because it just gets to the top of the candle without me having to line up stuff too much. And then I also like to build templates here. So this is a buyer's climax, BC, and then I can drop another ray down at the automatic reaction. And I've got my templates here, automatic reaction. And then I'm also gonna make note of a couple of these over corrective areas here. We had too much over exuberant move. This kind of a shakeout. We had a shakeout on the downside and we had an up thrust on the upside. So overall, a lot of people might call distribution on this. We have our up thrust. We didn't really get a sign of weakness. I like to see a break at the bottom of the range. So this up thrust did not yield a sign of weakness per se. And then we did get another up thrust here. Volume's kind of all over the map here. I don't know if there's much institutional participation in this asset, so you have to be very careful. You want that institutional interest. You want the whales to be accumulating the asset. So it's kind of, you definitely need confirmation. So confirmation for me is we need a backup. I'm actually going to change this to breakout here. So you want to break of this level. This is the level to break right here at 3.7 cents. We want to see continuation here, a sign of strength, possibly a backup on top of the range, and then a break of that level to continue the trend to the upside. You really want to wait for confirmation on this one because, we have a high and then we have a lower high. We have a low, we have a lower low. So, you want to be careful. You want to wait for good confirmation. It's not about nailing the bottom. Don't try and nail the bottom. Don't try and nail the top. The money is made in the middle. So, it's such a risk to enter an asset at a perceived floor. It's a risk on tying up your capital because once you're in the trade, maybe it takes a 10% dip and you don't want to take it out to put it in something else because, why would you lose 10% for no reason? And it's also a risk in the sense that, there is no actual confirmation. It's just because something has found support many times doesn't make it a floor. It just means that it has found support. If it breaks that support, it can be pretty disastrous to your trade. So please be careful with stuff like that. Wait for confirmation. Now, I'm going to talk about PNF charts. So point and figure. It's one of the original styles of analysis back when, stock quotes were coming in on a ticker tape. Such analysts like Jesse Livermore, one of the most famous traders of all time, and Richard D. Wyckoff, the inventor of the Wyckoff method. These guys were plotting X's and O's on charts that indicated movements of an asset, and that's how they were doing their analysis. And one of the 3 laws of Wyckoff is cause and effect. So when a cause is being built, meaning when an asset is in accumulation, there should be some sort of resulting effect of that. So as a result of this cause, the accumulation, there is a markup. That is the effect of the cause. So Richard Wyckoff was able to come up with a bit of a formula for you to be able to do some price projections on where you think the asset would go as a result of its accumulation. So under the assumption that this is indeed an accumulation range, we can count a point and figure chart. We're going to grab a couple vertical lines here. One goes at the buyer's climax. One goes at the spring. And one goes at the LPS test. This is going to give us a bit of a range. So then we're going to switch over to the point and figure chart. We're going to spread that out. And this is what I'm talking about, the X's and O's. So this is what the original stock operators were using for calculating price projections. So then we take our calculator and we start punching in some of these formulas. So we go with our measuring tool and we go from the buyer's climax over to the LPS. We got 17 bars there, 17 times the box size, which is in this circumstance is 0.001 times 3 box reversal gives us a price of 5.1 cents. And then we go to the lowest price of the LPS, or sorry, the lowest price of the spring, and that is so plus 0.026, and that gives us a price projection of 7.7 cents. So we can then zoom out and we can grab this. We'll go from the buyer's, let's turn the magnet off, from the buyer's climax over to the LPS, sorry, the spring, and up to 7.7 cents. Price projection for the conservative count. Then we will go again to our calculator. Let's clear that. And we will go for the aggressive count from the buyer's climax over to the LPS this time. That's 23 bars. 23 times 0.001 equals times 3 box reversal, 69, plus lowest price of the LPS, 0.026. How is that possible? And then that gives us 0.95. So 9 cents. And then we will grab our 3.3 count going from the buyer's climax to the LPS up to 95. Somewhere around there. And this is our target range for the price projection on Digibyte. Now, a couple caveats to this. First of all, you need to first confirm this as an accumulation. Right now, it's not anything. It's just a neutral range. We have bullish signals and we have bearish signals. So this could be an upthrust and this could be a UTAD, an upthrust after distribution. We could start breaking down, get an LPSY and start heading back down. And this could confirm as a distribution, meaning that we are going to see downside. Now, that would invalidate any upside targets and you would actually do the reverse to try and get some of the downside targets. Now, if this does confirm as an accumulation, now these targets come into play, and this is a range, so it's kind of, you know, we can clean it up a little bit, go, let's just do 75, nice even number, just shy of 75, and let's do another one just shy of 95, and then we can get rid of these. And then those are our targets. Now, again, this needs to confirm. We have to confirm. We are not confirmed yet. We need to get another sign of strength that is higher than this high. We need to get a sign of strength. We need to get a backup that holds the top of the range. And we need to start trending in the right direction before these targets can even be considered. So until that happens, it's a no trade scenario. There are not the confirmations that we need inside of this chart to be able to really make a decision either way. So for me, it's not something that I'm going to be looking to get into. There are liquidity issues. I'm happy that it is back on Binance. That's probably what caused this pump right here. So basically we had liquidity problems here, got listed on Binance, it pumped. we need to break this sideways consolidation. So it is an accumulation. Whether or not it goes up from here, I do not know. We need those confirmations, as I mentioned. So if you would like to learn the Wyckoff method and learn a little bit more about point and figure charts and price projections, I encourage you to take a visit at the description section down below and come on over to Baloo's Crypto Jungle. In here you can sign up for VIP and become a part of the Discord. There is a free part of the Discord, so if you want to kind of self-guide your training, I have a ton of free PDFs in the Discord, so you can go to the free section. You can see I've got learning materials tab. You can take a look at some of the information that I'm providing. But if you want to actually, be a part of the trading community where we're, posting callouts, posting breakouts, showing all of the different coins that I'm interested in looking at, all of the different chart setups and stuff like that. Tons and tons of chart setups. Pretty much post every single day. So if that is the kind of stuff that you're interested in, following my trades and learning this method, then I encourage you to join VIP. That's all the time I have for today. If you enjoyed the content, please leave it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. And if there are any projects you would like me to take a look at, leave them in the comments section down below. And until next time, please trade safe. It is a jungle out there. Peace.